Welcome back to the Hockey Shop Source for Sports. We're in the goalie utopia section here amidst 34,000 square feet of hockey amazingness. Cam's got his own section here, which is just like awesome.
Full of goalie.
Full of goalie. Also amazing. Best place to go if you need goalie equipment, including we've got new stuff arriving, it seems like almost daily. We did the Catalyst PX3 how many months ago? Like, this is a while ago.
Counting's hard. No need to put numbers behind it. Okay. That's fine.
I was told there would be no math. Now we have the true Catalyst 9X3.
That's correct.
So, some people, maybe including myself when we started this video, thought it was a second price point pad because I wasn't paying attention. This is actually a pro level pad.
Correct.
Just made overseas. So that's same correct. Feature as PX3.
Correct.
Just no longer made in Canada.
Correct.
Okay. So walk me through those features. So essentially what you're saying is we could go back to the PX3 review and say, it this.
Yeah, you really can. Hey, there we go. Roll the credits. 604-589-8299, 1-800-567-790.
Because it is the same pad, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just, honestly, I was confused. And honestly, when I saw the promos for it, my brain thought second price point pad, and that's my fault. Again, this is all new for True.
Correct.
I mean, new except we've seen this before, but this is all new for True.
Correct.
So walk me through, let's review it. Let's go back. Let's go over the features of this 9X3 pad. Pro level pad.
Correct.
But not, if you're ordering custom, that would be a PX3.
That would be a PX3. And the reason why this stuff exists and why it's about right now is, as kind of expected, that custom wait time has creeped up again. We are rolling into the season where we need that new gear.
And it's not a criticism. It's the realities of having a product that is in demand to that degree.
Correct.
At the Pro and American Hockey League and Pro, like all the different levels. So there's limited capacity. So they needed the ability to build something to service the rest of us.
Exactly.
There we go.
So what we are finding is a pad that's now featuring the exact same materials, exact same foams, exact same construction. It's just we are assembled offshore. So
Highlights.
Well, we can already talk about it because you were playing with it. It does feature their version of, for lack of a better term, speed skin.
A similar feel. It sort of got like that little bit of a textured feel.
Correct. So we see that all in their slide surface. So that will be on all the white base pads with the exception of the all black pad because they don't have this material in black.
So the black would just be a regular Gen Pro.
Black will be regular Gen Pro.
Okay, colors, options that come in this. Like again, with PX3, when we had that, remember we showed off all the different colors you guys had ordered that you had on the wall, and obviously you can custom order.
Correct.
What are the color schemes on this one?
White black, white red, white blue, all black, all white.
Okay, so again, just a little simpler in terms of your options.
Correct. Your generic options to line up kind of as a basic idea, and it gets us through, again, say you do have a custom order on the way, you're running out of time, you need gear, or you just can't wait. This is giving you options off the wall. So, features. All of the same things that we would find on what would have been a stock PX3.
Right.
So, same style of knee cradle with that removable outer knee flap. Sure grip on that knee.
Removable outer knee flap. Oh, it's stitched in, but you just have to unstitch it to remove it.
Yeah, it's just laced in. That's
laced in.
Yes, very easy to come out. Their stock sizing will all be a +2, so 32 +2 all the way up to 36 +2. Elastic knee strap, but you still get that nylon down on the bottom.
Really like this. I think this is a really good idea. I love nylon. We've talked about having a fixed sort of end point, whereas elastic can keep going. You can slide off the knee stack, even when you double it up, as most companies do, including True in terms of a double thick elastic. I do love the idea of a thinner, and because it's thinner, it's less likely to gather behind your knee.
Correct.
I love the idea of the fixed endpoint. And again, much like the elastic one, you can either go to the knee or down to the calf.
So double up, remove it, change it, do whatever you want. You still have that adjustability here. So
the length of it is adjustable by just opening up the inside of the knee stack.
Exactly how he's doing right there, folks. So
love it.
The goal here is to cover as many bases of the generic specs as possible. So the ability for you at home to dial in, exactly how you want to wear that pad. So options are great. So moving.
Fast rotation system on the inside, which has been very popular. Obviously developed by the Lefebvres. Debuted on their Lefebvre branded pad, I believe, and has been carried over to the True line as sort of a True exclusive.
Correct. So you get that great connection point actually inside. Shin nice and tight up against the pad if you would like. You can loosen off a little bit if you want it to be a little bit more rotation. Great overall feel. Again, that adjustability level is there. So again, that's something that we see carry over. Featuring now the bottom of the pad, the actual boot of the pad itself. Still that flat tabletop boot design comboed with that Pro laces, that hybrid system. So still very flexible in the boot area. Stiff up in that upper thigh. Again, like we had talked about in that PX3 review.
Okay, so stiff upper thigh, that is one thing. You see how it's got the thinner upper thigh? We saw that in the PX3, how they thinned out the top of it. Some guys in the NHL have gone to that as well. Not all, but a number of guys have added that to their pad. It does stiffen that thigh rise significantly.
Correct.
And is worth noting if you're someone coming from a 12.2 pad and you're expecting to have a little
12.1.
more, right, a little more sort of flex up there. This is much stiffer, which has been the pro preference for years in terms of thigh rise.
Correct. And I mean, the big aid there is that when you are down in that butterfly, we are trying to alleviate that kind of trapdoor action that could potentially happen.
It's not going to get floppy.
Exactly.
A little bit of stability there as well. One question with the flat boot, Cam. I know we're going to get this one. Obviously, the best way to get fit is to come in store. Cam sets you up. We've done the sort of dress up thing before with Cam where he walks you through sort of the ideal way to properly fit a pad. But if I'm just ordering it online from you here at thehockeyshop.com, I've got questions about the fit. Not having a sort of a boot channel, does it affect the fit? Does this sit up on the skate a little taller? And to what degree maybe compared to, say, a CCM pad? Where's the fit on, say, a 34-inch here? Is it going to fit the same, taller?
So we did cover this back when we did the PX3.
But you've had more experience with it since, so tell me.
So we do find that because of the way the fast rotation strap grabs onto that calf, that it does want to lift the pad up. So this doesn't sit 100% flush on the top of like your skate. It does want to hover just a little bit too as well.
So if it's a little taller.
On the height. Yes. So although 1-to-1 side by side, like say for example, this does kind of line up with a 34-inch knee on a CCM, I do find that this pad does kick itself up just a little bit higher.
Well, even just courtesy of having that tabletop boot, like that's automatically going to raise it up rather than having a channel built in.
No boot strap there as well. Nothing to really kind of secure that boot down. So it is going to want to, we'll call it levitate off the skate a little bit.
Okay, and so you mentioned no boot strap. I see no options to add one either.
No boot strap, period.
Okay, really quick, because we know we've done it. We've gone over the gloves. We've gone over the blockers. You know the different lines. Stock glove, stock blocker with the 9X3 line. I see $595 in the blocker, and that means bindingless.
Bindingless construction. So $585 binding, $595 no binding, $585 only available at custom anyway.
It's going to feel real familiar to anyone who was in the Lefebvre line.
Correct.
Even dating back to the CCM days. Like there's not a ton that has changed. Obviously, when you have a blocker as popular as that, you probably don't need to.
Yeah, the classic ain't broke, don't fix it. So. Quick note, glove. We are looking at the 590 overall break, game ready, stock double T with skate lace. Great overall feel kind of off the shelf. This is giving you that option. To me, this glove feels definitely like adequately padded right out of the box.
What is stock? Is it? I mean, do they do pro game ready in practice or the different?
That is the different, but like you're only going to find a game ready in.
That's what I meant. Is it game ready the one that comes in the 9X3?
Correct. So stock a little bit tight on the hand. I find that you do need to adjust the back end of the glove a little bit to really dial it in. But that all said, in terms of for overall feel wise, again, a great option for stock off the wall, especially for if you're looking for a 590 break. So.
590 break? Did you 590 break?
590 break.
Did you play a role in the 590 break?
We might have had some influence over.
Was it originally supposed to be a 600 with this line?
It was.
Oh, come on. You're taking all the credit before, and now you're being all shy.
Humble ability. You should try it sometimes. It just brings you back down into earth.
First of all, there's no such thing as humble ability. It's not an actual word.
Good.
Second of all,
we're getting off topic.
Why would I be humble?
Why would I be humble? Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Woodley.
I'm kidding, folks. I kid.
604-589-8299 or 1-800-567-7790. If you do have any questions about this line, potentially about getting fitted or what you need specifically, you can give myself or my team a call. You can also check them out at thehockeyshop.com. This is something that you will see at TendyFest here too as well. So I believe this might be one of our last videos before the actual event itself.
Well, let's hope. I guess it's now going to be one of our last videos before. It was supposed to run after TendyFest. Good job, Cam.
Future.